Hello everyone, this is Dominika and welcome to our new episode of Cross-Cultural Conversations. I am happy today to come with a special guest, Solveiga Jaskunas. She is an HR consultant, career coach, connector and speaker. Her passion is helping immigrants thrive professionally in the United States and in working with employers to make their workplace culture more inclusive. She also focuses on HR consulting, career coaching, diversity training, speaking, and network referral services for organizations and individuals. So welcome, Solveiga. I am really happy to have you here and to hear more about your international experience.
Well, thank you so much, Dominika. It was nice to connect with you and thank you for this opportunity. I truly appreciate it.
Yeah, great. So actually, before we start to this interview, we were speaking because I am originally from Poland and Solveiga is from Lithuania. So we are neighbors, let's say, although we are not living in our home countries no anymore. She's living in the US, Washington, and I am based in Rome. But it's always like good to connect, no?
Yes, for sure. And we are definitely good neighbors, especially, at this
Exactly.
time. It's really we need to stay together.
Exactly, yes. So, as someone with your international experience and international background abroad, so could you please tell us more about you and how your international life started and what you do right now?
Sure. So my journey started 20 years ago because I met my husband in Lithuania. He was on a Fulbright, and then when we got married, he said, "Why we just come to check out the United States?" And checking out sounds really fascinating, but being a tourist and being an immigrant is not the same. So very soon I realized that it's one thing, to come to visit in a country and to try to establish yourself as a professional. So yeah, my journey, the beginning journey was quite challenging. I when I came to United States, I thought my English is good enough, and then I realized it is not, according to the US standards, because in Lithuania I worked of European funded projects, and our partners were from Bulgaria, Italy, and Germany, and all of our English was not native, and we felt okay. But when I had to compete with native speakers in the field is human resources, where English is very important, was definitely challenging. And it took me 3 years to find my first professional job in the States. And my first job paid $7.50, and that was hard because I had a master degree in industrial psychology, and getting, a job that pays $7.50, it was not what I dreamed about.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, like, what would you say, like, was your biggest, let's say, biggest challenge? Was it like learning the language, like improving your English because you already spoke the language, or any other like challenges that you like had to overcome now while in the US at the beginning?
Yeah, I think the hardest was, well, there are many things hard when you move to a new
Yeah,
culture.
exactly. Mhm.
Yes, because you're alone in your journey. And I think facing so many rejections and not even knowing if you ever will be able to achieve your dream, that was the most difficult. Because first was difficult that I was not getting any phone calls at all. I
Mhm.
had a master degree in industrial psychology. I had, some years of work experience, and I knew that it's going to be difficult. But not getting any, interview, that was hard. But the hardest part was not like when I was not getting interviews, when I start getting interviews.
Mhm.
Because I thought the only way I could compete, I should become more knowledgeable. So I enrolled in the second master program. I got certifications. I took English classes. I joined Toastmaster Club, and I took every opportunity to learn. And I thought I'm doing everything, I should be. But when I start getting interviews, then in some ways, instead of my dream getting closer, was getting farther because my interview experience was not pleasant. I had sometimes interviews that will end after the first question. And at that time, I thought I don't know how to compete. So I think that period that you suddenly feel like, even if you're doing everything you should, but it's still very hard to compete in the field where English is very important.
Yeah. So now you are like working in HR, and you are like an HR immigrant voice, no? So what does it mean exactly for you?
Sure. So that it is a complex question,
Yeah.
and I also has a little story behind, but I'll give you a meaning as well. But basically, when I start talking about immigrant issues, a lot of other immigrants reach out to me and told me, please be a voice for us. They told me that we cannot talk about stereotypes so openly. And for some of them, I was the only HR professional we knew. But what the meaning for me is, it's a complex question and has a few layers. I think, first of all, I would like to change a negative narrative that exists about immigrants and to show that being an immigrant does not make you less worthy, but expands your world. I also would like to provide tools and resources for organizations to support international employees in the difficult journey and to empower the employees to get out of their comfort zone and to reach their potentials that will help everybody else and to help organizations to compete in the global economy. I also, I'm not a perfect speaker, but I want to speak for those who have trouble speaking for themselves and to show that imperfect voices are important and needed in the world where many people feel imperfect themselves. So probably these are an answer I will give.
Yeah, I think this is a beautiful message, no? Because now, like people are moving, no? Not only like expat, but also like people, immigrants, like looking for. So we move for different reasons. No, it can be like career or adventure. No, so it's important like to have someone who is like supporting you, no? Who like understands your challenges, either as an expat, as a digital nomad, or as an immigrant, no? To have this, because yeah, I think that like immigrant, it still has this like this stigma, no? That you are an immigrant, so the jobs that you can do are only like low skilled jobs, no? What do you think about that?
Yeah, so first of all, like I really want when I start speaking, I even got asked why do I even call myself an immigrant? And for everybody, I want to say that, being an immigrant is a very difficult experience. And yes, there is a lot of stigma connected to that. But being an immigrant actually is a powerful experience because it challenges you to get out of your comfort zone more than ever. It expands your world. And for everybody, I want to say, yes, being an immigrant it adds value to you and to others. And I say that even myself, I know who I am today. I know my value, and I'm actually proud to call myself an immigrant. And I think for everybody else, we should be proud of the difficulties we face, and we are not afraid to take a big leap into unknown where other people will shy away.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe I don't know. Can you like share like how to believe in yourself? Like to if you are like an immigrant, your confidence now can like you can have a low confidence in yourself. So how it's sometimes people I think that they stay like too much no with this stigma or with this thought about themselves that they are immigrants, no, that they cannot achieve, no. So how to like overcome this belief, no, how to like believe more in yourself?
Yeah, so I think, like definitely when we come to another country, our self-esteem gets affected
Yeah.
because suddenly we others compare we compare ourselves to native speakers, and that comparison is not fair. But I think the most important for all the immigrants that in some ways we have no choice not to believe in ourselves, and the
Mm.
decisions we make and how we act when we believe is different. And there are, very difficult times, but if we don't believe in ourselves, nobody else will. And focusing on our how much we can do in one day, and to be kind to ourselves, because we're already making a very difficult journey, and it's very difficult for us already. So just really being grateful and looking how much progress we've done in a week, how much progress we've done in a year, and stopping comparing ourselves to somebody we cannot ever compare, but comparing ourselves, our progress to the past self. And I think for us, in some ways, you come from Poland and I come from Lithuania. And when we got independence, we didn't look as good comparing to the Western Europe. I
Yeah.
remember, coming back, to Lithuania and seeing how far away we are from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And but now going back to 40 years, we feel proud how much we accomplished. And I think it's the same of us. We should be not comparing like Poland or Lithuania to the States. We're
Yeah.
comparing to our own country, and this is what we need to do to ourselves as well.
Yeah, yeah, I like this, like not comparing yourself. No, you can just compare yourself to yourself, know how you were like
Yeah.
before, no, and like looking what you have achieved and like being proud and grateful for all those achievements, successes, no, and the challenges that you had to like overcome. Because yeah, like living abroad, it's not easy. It's nice, it's a nice experience, but it's not easy. So, like coming back to your experience as an HR and also as a career coach, could you please like share some three key steps like to secure a dream job in the United States, like for someone for an immigrant who is looking for a job, like what to do exactly?
Mhm. So yeah, I think if looking at the three key points, I thought about building confidence, building visibility, and building connections.
Mm.
These are three key points, and let me a little expand on each of them.
Yeah, please do so. Yeah.
So yeah, building a confidence, doing anything that will help you to feel more confident. And there are things that probably you can do that. One of them, uh, building your knowledge, and seeing where you maybe need to grow and learn. And if it's a language, concentrate on focusing on the language. Maybe there are classes you can take that can help you to stand out in the job market. Maybe also learning about the culture. Coming to the new culture is always there are things to learn, and seeing what will help you of your confidence and showing that value to employers.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, visibility. As an immigrants, many people don't feel like we want to be visible, but we
Mm.
live in a world that is very visible. In the past, like people just sent resume and that's it. But now, employers looking at the social media accounts
Mm-hmm.
when they're comparing candidates, and then if you don't have a social media account, if you're not connected to others, if you don't show up as a professional, it doesn't help you.
Mm.
So and it feels sometimes uncomfortable because you might sharing, you might need to write something not in your native language, but showing up as a professional and connecting with other professionals is very important, to be visible, to be noticed by employers and by others. And third of all, connections. And when I came to the States, I was too self-reliant.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see the value of the connections. And I will ask, for other immigrants to be not to build connections by asking for help and helping
Mm-hmm.
others. Just because you're an immigrant doesn't mean that you cannot help others. And when you help others, you build up a network of your friends. And also asking for help, basically every single person. Be comfortable with that. And one person, many people will say no, and it's okay. But some people will say yes, and some people will help with your resume. Some people will help you to prepare for job interviews, and some people will help to find connections that will lead to the job. And all those three things shouldn't be separate, because when you build your connections and you build visibility, and you also build your comfort and confidence as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's very important, especially like visibility, and networking, like making connections, because like many, like from my own experience, like working with expats, many expats, especially let's say maybe like older expats, older like generations, they have this issue like with getting visible online, no, that they don't want to like be visible online or LinkedIn or like other social media, because they don't know how to like communicate, know how to like create their brand, let's say. But this is important, especially now in those times when like now everything is online. But you are very active now on LinkedIn, on your profile, so you are a great example. No?
I wasn't a year ago.
Yeah.
It's really changed, and I also saw how many opportunities came because I became more comfortable with visibility myself.
Yeah, you are a great example of that, because I think that like many expats, they can be also like afraid of their accents, or maybe they are saying something wrong. But I think if like don't think about that, no, like get visible, and you will like attract the right, I think the right network, the right contacts. So I think you can also like focus on on that. So confidence, visibility, and
Connections.
and connections. So those are like three important steps. So like, what are your own like projects for the future? Where we can find you? On LinkedIn, but what?
Yes, one of the projects I still need to work to have my own website. So yes, but it seems social media, like a lot of opportunities came and connections, and for sometimes I was wondering if I need a website, but I need to have a website. But yes, I'm excited about future projects. I'm very excited that I got invited to speak in the Global Human Resources Conference. And that is one part, that I'm really grateful to Expat Women Summit because this opportunity came through them. I also excited about, in the past, I was looking for projects domestically, but now I also looking for the projects internationally and partnering with a few people to maybe do trainings together, and looking for other speaking opportunities and projects in organizations as well. I see that I can support organizations better and immigrants as well if I partner with others, because it's always easier not to be alone in your journey. So that probably will be my answer.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much for sharing that, and also for sharing all the your experience and all the tips and like suggestions. So, like, what will be your last piece of advice?
Yeah, first, probably the last one, get comfortable or uncomfortable. And many immigrants stay in the environments of people where they feel really comfortable, because it feels nice to be with people maybe from your country or other immigrants or expatriates who understand that experience. But going to the rooms where you are like the only non-native speaker, and being in the rooms where maybe you don't feel like belong, you can learn so much more. So understanding that, learning from those discomfort situation and seeing what will help you to feel more comfortable there.
Yeah, wonderful. This is a great message. So thank you very much once again, Solveiga, for being today with us and for sharing your experience. I will put the link to your profile, LinkedIn profile, with the show notes, so people can go and connect with you or ask any questions about your experience or how to create a fulfilling career abroad. So thank you very much for watching. Please tell us what are your learning points from this interview, or maybe you have your own personal story when it comes to overcoming challenges abroad. So share in the comments, and I will be back soon with another episode of Cross-Cultural Conversations. Thank you very much, Solveiga, once again.
Dziękuję.
Proszę bardzo. Fantastic.
Was a pleasure.
Yeah.